Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Raphael Thorne.
And I'm Julia Crown.
Thank you for joining us on this bright, cold April day. Now on to our first story of the evening. Employees of WCS Incorporated throughout the state of Illinois have taken industrial action against their employing company. These sanitation technicians are demanding a decrease in unidentified and indispensable work hours. Chief Executive Officer of WCS Incorporated, Casey Richards, weighed in on the matter saying, "We here at WCS Inc. understand and sympathize with our employees and want them to know that we will tackle this challenge head on. We will do our best to restructure and streamline this company so that everyone will get exactly what they deserve." Philip Saunders, senior sanitation technician and ringleader of the walkout, is expecting WCS Incorporated to provide him with a career alternative enhancement program for his recent actions within the company. Richards and Saunders have agreed to enter discussions tomorrow afternoon about a potential modification to current practices.
On an educational note, schools throughout the country are reporting the largest increase of negative student retention rates in the past 6 years. Teachers are citing a nostalgic ideal of cognitive domains as the reason behind the sudden shift in numbers. Jessica Wheeler, New Hampshire Commissioner of Education, believes that educational institutions require a paradigm shift. Standardized inflation providers cannot do it alone. With a focus on kinesiology and more yielding educator appraisals, we will see a severe change in these numbers within the next few years. Many schools plan to put Wheeler's ideas into effect, as well as incorporating a strategy of transcendent enrollment in order to potentially reestablish previous years' statistics.
It has been 2 weeks since Army Major General Benjamin R. Edwards, commander in charge of the Extramural National Amirment Center, otherwise known as ENIC, made his desires for an internal restructuring of their current program known to the American public. Earlier today, Major General Edwards' wish became a reality. General Edwards, as well as other government officials, have announced several new forms of enhanced interrogation that will be put into effect within the next 2 months. These new methods and techniques will ultimately replace the current paradigms that we have now, but the frameworks we have spent years developing will remain, said Major General Edwards. President Harris added that there will be a substantial rise in international wet work enterprises in order to avoid excess membership within ENIC.
On a lighter note, a certain cultish, colorful critter is beginning to make national headlines. These fresh-faced friends have come all the way from the Middle East and have made themselves right at home in the American West. Known scientifically as Laeris conquestriatus, these little guys only grow to about 3 inches. But don't worry, you'll be able to spot their bright yellow color. Careful though. Reports claim that there is the possibility of allergic reactions upon interaction. Although only recently introduced, their population is booming. These numbers mean great things for the medical community. The peptide chlorotoxin, an all-organic and naturally occurring chemical found within the species, has shown potential for treating brain tumors, diabetes, and several types of cancer. With talents like that, who wouldn't want to welcome these little guys into their neighborhood? And continuing on a medical trend, hospitals on the West Coast are reporting a whopping 76% increase in negative patient care outcome. We've been doing the best that we can, and it shows, says UCLA Medical Center attending physician Dr. Cristina Rios. Dr. Rios went on to say, as a hospital, we will stand out for our ability to relocate patients. As caretakers, we will be remembered for idiopathic conditions and bedside manner. Medical student Caleb Soto chimed in on the conversation saying, "I've never seen a hospital so empty. I was expecting hospital life to be like on TV. Well, Caleb, here's to hoping that things will start to liven up for you.
An unexpected macrocosm from the recent shift in patient care, scientists are predicting that the rapid approach of the global carrying capacity will be delayed by a few years. Environmental scientist Dr. Omar McDermott has said that the next 6 months are crucial to determining whether those statistics will affect us on a global scale. If the positive trend continues, fears of exceeding the carrying capacity will soon fade into obscurity. If not, Dr. McDermott added jokingly, "I'll see you in 6 months."
Archaeologists unearthed the remains of what appears to be a member of the Hominidae family in upstate New York. Chief on-site archaeologist and anthropologist Dr. Abner Ravenwood has narrowed down the remains to 2 possible species, but it is just a little early to be 100% positive. The remains, which appear to be an intact cephaloid and ulna, were found in Schenectady resident Dorothy Fields' backyard. They must have been there for ages, said Fields. Dr. Ravenwood added, perhaps not ages, but indeed a long time. Unfortunately, Fields was unable to comment further after leaving her home, now dig site, in a hurry, presumably to avoid getting in the way of the archaeologists and what will most certainly be an ongoing and enlightening excavation.
Now that's what I call an extreme home makeover. Now on to our top story of the evening. As part of the ongoing active defense of the United States, Allied forces have launched a preemptive counterattack against the Axis in the east. In order to deny the enemy, U.S. forces laid down a carpet over 1 square mile of land. Allied forces were successfully able to neutralize many key armed political rebels and assertively disarm the remaining hostile forces. Shortly thereafter, an incontinent ordnance of valuable assets was deployed over U.S. troops in recognition of their performance in the field. While inspecting the collateral damage, 4 soldiers traversed into an extreme forward observation point. Commanding Officer Captain Jeffrey Adams has stated, "There are no better men for the job. These boys have gone above and beyond the call of duty. They know exactly what they're doing, and their experienced equipment will bring them back in no time." Captain Adams later went on to say that the Allied forces will revisit the site in full force very soon. And that wraps it up for today's events. Thank you for watching Ocean City's most trusted source for news.
I'm Julia Crown.
And I'm Raphael Thorne, and we will see you again in the place where there is no darkness.